Hey everybody, Tormental here again. I just wanted to give you a little bit of an update on the Town of Salem hack thing. A lot of you have been asking questions in the comments about how to change your password, what to do now, what to do if you've been breached, things like that. I don't feel qualified to answer all of that. Like, I could tell you, go to the Blank Media Games forum and change your password on the forum because that's where they, create accounts, but I don't really know for sure, all the details of what you need to do. So I'm kind of a little bit like, go follow like what professional websites say about, security and what to do when you've been breached. Because I'm just a YouTube douchebag. But yeah, I wanted to come to you with a small update because apparently one of the people who hacked, or maybe the person who hacked the server, I don't know, Darkstrider666. I'm not going to comment on that name because I don't want to get hacked. Posted on Reddit about what happened. Now, I wanted to read this out to you guys to give you guys sort of a clarification, to give you like a signal boost about what happened here. Um, Again, as I said in the last video, this will seem like kicking Town of Salem when it's down, but what am I supposed to do? I want people to know that their data has been breached. I sent a lot of people to Town of Salem back when I was recording it. People would join the game just to play with me. And a lot of YouTubers who are much larger are sending their audience to Town of Salem to buy the game, to join the game, whatever. So I feel like there's a bit of responsibility here because I told people to play it, even though I later said, okay, I'm out and I don't recommend it anymore because of what I've seen. Even so, there are probably people who join the game, on my videos. But yeah. So here's the information in case you need to know what happened. You have a right to know what happened to your account information, and you have a right to know how your information was lost. I haven't actually read through this whole thing. I briefly read the beginning just to make sure it was legit. It seems legit. I'm assuming this is the actual guy who did it. Could be wrong. Data breach, what actually happened? And then in bold at the top it says, Ahmad removed this thread because I posted leaked data samples, so this time I won't. So I assume that he posted evidence he hacked. He posted evidence that he was the hacker by posting information from the game. And I guess it was deleted because they didn't want the information leaked on here, so he removed that. Okay. I am writing this to clear up what actually happened during the breach, because there's a lot of misinformation going around about this quote-unquote hack. Oh, and this quote-unquote hack was a lot simpler than everyone thinks it is. I was there in the group call helping export the database while we had admin account access. So this was a group call. Either we would probably not on Skype, probably on Discord. So what we're probably looking at here is like a Discord channel of hackers or just people with grudges against Town of Salem. I don't know. But yeah. Too long, didn't read. Admin password reuse plus PHBB being shitty forum software. Now here's the thing. What he's saying here is that the administrators of the game used bad passwords, and the forum software that they use, PHPBB, which is the software for the message board, is shitty. Now, I don't know when they last updated the PHPBB software, but you have to keep it updated regularly because exploits are found in the forum softwares all the fucking time. I'm a bit lax on this myself, but I'm not running a game with millions of people on it, so So anyway, it goes on and says, you know what we did? We literally looked up the usernames of admins in data breaches. Sure enough, an admin and the site owner reused passwords and we logged in. So what happened was, for anybody who doesn't follow that, an administrator and a site owner had their data breached on a different website. Like, let's say Facebook or MySpace or Twitter or something like that lost people's information, and they didn't change their passwords after their data was breached. So that meant that their passwords were out in the public for anybody to find. Keep that in mind. All of us have to now change our passwords because we were in the town of Salem breach. But they didn't change their passwords after they were in a breach. They just, kept it. Ugh, bad idea, bad idea. Data removed. I guess that's where the example data was to show that he wasn't lying. Above are the credentials we used. PHPBB, being the shitty forum software it is, allows anyone with an admin account to export the entire database. However, we ran into a little issue. The theme had a bug causing the database export not to work. We kept trying to figure out what was wrong, but we couldn't because we didn't have enough PHPBB knowledge. So they didn't know the forum software enough to get around a bug in the forum software. I'm just, clarifying. You'll have to forgive me if I'm clarifying things you already understand, but you never know. We tried selecting new themes, but it still didn't work. After that, we got another buddy who knows a method and gave him the credentials. He was about to work his magic, but unfortunately the admin credentials were reset by the admins themselves. Why? Because we selected a theme, forgot about it, and left it enabled. So they changed the look of the forum, and the admins noticed that the look changed. So, in order to get around a bug, they changed the theme, the way the forum looks. The admins noticed that the look changed, and so they changed their passwords. Okay. It's kind of funny since the theme was a pretty nice custom theme, but for some reason the owner prefers to use the default PHPB theme, which to me is very stupid. It is a very ugly forum. I saw some users make memes about it as well, which is hilarious. The above oh! If the administrators changed their passwords because someone had changed the theme on the forum, the owners knew someone had gotten into their site. Whoever changed the theme back and changed their password knew that the database had been compromised, even though they said they only learned about it after it happened recently. Uh-oh. If this is true, if what this person is saying is true, we caught Blank Media Games in another lie. Interesting. I don't know, maybe this isn't, who's to say who's lying and who isn't? I mean, hackers not classically trusted by the internet community, you know what I'm saying? Just the way it is. The above incident happened on December 13th, 2018, so the admins knew on December 13th that somebody had gotten into the admin account. Huh. Our friend silently did his own work days to weeks earlier. The admins clearly knew about it because they reset their credentials and saw the theme change. On top of this, the admin panel doesn't allow logs to be erased. This means that the admins should have seen about 4 logins from different Tor IPs, but yet they chose not to do anything until some you-know-what gave the database to dehashed/HIBP. So the reason I say you-know-what is because when words come up in a sentence and you don't expect it, you kind of have to make an on-the-spot decision. Do I read it out the way it is, or do I censor it? And I went with a certain direction there. So somebody gave the logs out, or somebody gave the database out and exposed them. Anyway, so you might be wondering, if the admins reset credentials, how did you breach the database? Well, we talked about this to a different friend, and it turns out he did the same thing that we did, but a few days prior to our logins. Unlike us, this guy knows PHPB well. I will not say exactly how it was done, but it's possible to make a theme that will backdoor the server. I know about this, I've been involved in this type of stuff because I have had sites that have been hacked, and basically, like back in the early 2000s, I had a site where it was a script that was easily exploited, and so what happened was bots, would go around hacking the sites automatically and like changing your main page to like their message where it would say, "This site was hacked by XXX Tream 420 Darkness," like that type of thing. So, I've been through this before, and I understand this idea that you can put code into the theme or the look of a website, and it's going to be like secret code that you can use to download shit. But yeah. All right. What was I gonna say? Where did I get stopped here? Backdoor the server. He did that. He did just that and got access to the entire server on which the database was stored. He downloaded all the files, including the database. He gave us the database for free, and said he sold a few copies for 500 Bitcoin, $500 in Bitcoin each to others. So your information has been sold to nefarious people for $500 per sale. Great. Just like most PHP-BB databases, the structure of this one is username, email, IP hash. I have no idea why people are saying there are MD5 hashes in it, because there aren't. Oh, every hash is a PHP-ass hash. I don't know what that is. These hashes are kind of annoying to decrypt, but they certainly aren't too hard. Personally, I decrypted 2 million out of 7.6 million hashes, so the passwords are not MD5 hashed. They're hashed with even something even easier to break, according to this fellow. These credentials have been excellent for trying against many games, and we've made tens of thousands from checking these combos and selling copies of the database. The disclosure was too late. We've already made swift use of the credentials. We don't care about your Town of Salem accounts. Those are of no value whatsoever to us. We care about other sites. So what they're saying is they've sold your information to get into your other accounts. So again, change your password on all the other sites you can. Also, I should add that we do have addresses of some users who paid. Hey admins, check your WordPress account. Here's a sample. Removed. The above data is from the address logs. I will also post a data sample from the actual PHP-BB database everyone is speaking of, data removed. So they have your address if you've given your address to the site. There was no big server breach. You can't do much about that. You can't do much to just change your address easily. So that sucks. There was no big server breach. You literally reused passwords and used a shitty forum software which allows database exporting and server access via theme exploits. So in other words, they use a shitty software, probably outdated, that lets people get into their site just by editing the look of the forum and adding code into the look of the forum to give them access to things. Literally, all you have to do is just not reuse passwords and use semi-decent software. Wait, no, scratch that. If you didn't reuse passwords, none of this would have happened, so just the password thing. But using better forum software would be nice anyway. PHP-BB, what is this, 2005? Use Zenforo. It looks very nice, you can make great themes, and it's modern. On top of this, it's very secure. Just find how to migrate your database to Zenforo. Being lazy will cause your data to get leaked. I made this to clear up all the bullshit spreading around. This data breach was super easy, and frankly, we're very surprised that everyone thinks it was some super big hacker shit. Any old script kiddie could have done this. I agree with that. That is very easy from what it sounds like, and it does sound like it checks out based on my own experiences trying to not have people hack my stuff. Moral of the story, and I'm not saying that I couldn't be hacked. That's not a challenge to anybody. Please don't hack me. I'm sure it's easy. And moral of the story, if you own a multi-million game company, don't reuse passwords, and for Christ's sake, use modern form software instead of outdated crap. Edit, I meant modules, not a theme. Okay, some module shit was installed by my friend, which is how the breach was done. My PHPB knowledge is minimal, but I know it was 100% done via admin credentials plus admin panel. Okay. And then we've got an archived link here. The archived link is archive.vn/8y_RDN. For anybody who, I'm not going to bother linking it in the description. I just read it to you. But yeah. So then we got people yelling at the hacker or thanking the hacker for the information. I'm not going to read what? Turd Pile. We have a response from Turd Pile, one of the staff members. Firstly, I was the one to ban most of the spammers. Don't go blaming Seth. Blah, blah, blah. Okay, interesting. So yeah, I want to check and see. Let's go out of full screen mode here. This is sort of an audible, not black media games, blank media games. It's a very different. Whoa. Oh my God. Okay, so I just Googled really quickly how to find the version of a PHP BB forum, and it said, just add this to the end of a URL. And so I'm looking at the configuration file. Oh man, this seems really bad. This seems really insecure. I right now am looking at the configuration file for PHP BB on blankmediagames.com. I'm sure this isn't too much of a security risk, but it just struck me as funny that they haven't locked down every possible thing right now, to make sure you can't look at anything. But so they're running 3.0.12. What is the current build of PHP BB? PHP BB 3.2.5. Wow. So they are multiple iterations behind the current version. That's interesting. Are you kidding? Are you kidding me? They haven't updated the forum software since 2013. The version they're using was released on 2013. In 2013. I can't even speak, I'm so surprised. They have never updated the forum software. Keeping in mind that forum software is regularly updated to get rid of bugs and exploits that allow your site to be hacked, and they have never updated. Oh my god, they have not once put in a patch or an update to fix their server, to fix their PHP BB? Really? Are you kidding me? Oh my god. This is literally 5 years old. 5 years of bugs and exploits that they haven't patched. Ah, wow.